Hello, students. My name is Sophia Jacoub. I am the English Language Arts and Literacy Curriculum Specialist here in the Grossmont Union High School District. I'm really happy to be here today to talk about academic discourse in your English subjects from 9th grade to 12th grade. So let's get into it. So, when we have academic conversations in our English classes and in most of our lives, we are trying to communicate. We want to be heard. We're trying to get a message across. We're trying to make our point. And so, the way we do that is to start by presenting a claim, making a claim, and providing a purpose for what you're trying to convey. So, let's talk about what a claim is. When we state a claim, we are basically stating our point, our message, what we want the audience to either know by the end of our communication or to believe. And we do this through two main types. We do this in our speaking and our writing, and those types are informational as well as argumentative. You may also hear them called explanatory or persuasive speaking and writing. So when we get into informational text, our vocabulary shifts to words like explain. So let's talk about what explain means. Like the definition states, to explain is really just to make ourselves clear, to make our points understood by everyone. So you really have to know your audience to know how to explain your points, your messages. So that can be done in a number of ways. You might give examples, you might bring in evidence from sources, you might draw connections by making analogies. These are all ways that we explain ourselves when we're communicating in English. So it's really important to have that clarity. We can't just expect our audience to fully understand what we're saying from the claim. We want to go ahead and explain. Along with explaining our message, we want to elaborate on the message. So, elaboration simply means adding more details, adding the connections, developing what you just explained. So, you might be telling someone what the impact or importance of what you just explained is. You might be connecting it back to your claim and drawing conclusions for your audience and really pushing your message forward. So, it is very important to elaborate on your message and not just explain it. Shifting now to the argument mode of communication, we have the word persuade. So, persuading is a little bit stronger than simply explaining. You want your audience now to not just know something, but believe something, and believe something they may not already believe. So, this is when you have a strong opinion. You might be trying to prove something in a story you've read. You might have read an article and you either strongly agree or disagree with the author, or there you may just have a topic that you're trying to convince others to believe one way or the other. So, persuasive skills are very important in English language arts because you have to be convincing and you have to pull out some strong levels of evidence in order to convince your audience. And finally, along with the word persuade is the word justify. When we justify our arguments, we are really trying to show that something is true and accurate. It comes from the word just. So, is this the right thing to believe? So, it's not enough just to show some evidence to be persuasive. You really have to give your reasoning and make those connections, just like elaborate. You have to justify your arguments with multiple forms of reasoning and allow your audience to really make those connections from your claim to what you're saying to be believed. So, justify is a very important concept in argument and in English language arts. So, thank you so much for your time and attention today. And I hope you found these vocabulary words in English language arts useful to your academic conversations.